Hey, thanks for tuning in to Headlights and Tailpipes up here in Mesquite, Nevada. I got part of the Findlay family here. Thomas, what are you guys doing out here, brother?
We're part of the community events that Findlay pays me to come out to events around the area, mostly St. George and surrounding areas. And we try to give back to the community by helping events with DJing and some announcing, try to get some lively action going to their events, and love to be part of the culture around here of getting outside and enjoying this beautiful area.
Thomas has got a great gig, right? I mean, Findlay is sponsoring the event, bringing out some cars, helping out. And you know what? If it wasn't for sponsors, you probably wouldn't have a fantastic place like this to spend a Saturday afternoon. Thomas, thanks for coming out with you guys.
I really appreciate being here, and it's all because Findlay cares, and they just send me out there, and we have a great time and love to meet you all.
Shiny things all around us up here in Mesquite, Nevada. From the headlights to the tailpipes, the stories are fantastic, and that shine, well, golly, it'll get in your eye, it'll make you cry, it'll make you smile. Get out there and ask some questions about these folks. Let's go on to that next cars. Let's go find some new stories. All right, we're up here in Mesquite, Nevada. We've come up a little bit farther north from Vegas with our friend Bob. Bob came a little bit even further than us. Came up from Pahrump. Bob, this is beautiful. What do we got behind us here?
You got a 53 Buick Roadmaster with later model running gear. Has a 455 Buick engine in it, putting out about 500 horsepower. 400 turbo with a gear bender overdrive, 10-volt posi, 342 gears. It runs really well.
All right, now rewind that, because Bob just gave you a full-on rundown exactly what's behind us. Now here's a question for you guys. What did he say after you said that? Did you get it? I said it really fast. All right, Bob, where did you find this car? Were you looking for it, or did it come to you?
I bought this car in 1973 at an abandoned vehicle sale. I paid $100 for it, and I kicked it around for several years. I didn't get around to restoring it until about 93. And then we went full on the restoration. And I did everything but the paint.
Do you ever meet somebody and you're like, Bob, what are you doing with that thing in your backyard? And he's like, I'll get to it. And then you say, what are you doing with that thing in your backyard? And he says, I'll get to it. 20 years later, this is what you got. You're watching from the headlights to the tailpipes. This is a fantastic story. Bob, thanks for coming up. All right, up here in Mesquite, Nevada, they are putting on a phenomenal show, and they're bringing folks in from all over the country. Me and Lynn, I came in from Vegas. Lynn came in from Colorado. Lynn, did you drive here, or did you trailer?
No, I usually drive here, but this year it was stormy, so I trailered it to here, yeah.
Now, what did you trailer here? Because I'm just standing around wondering, is there anything here specific that you trailered, like that behind me?
Yeah, it's a 34 Ford Phaeton.
Ooh, wait, did you restore her?
Yeah, well, it's not restored, it's hot rodded.
It's hot rodded. Yeah, you know, you got to be specific, not restored. It's hot rodded. So when you take something like this, did you go looking for it, or did it find you?
It kind of found me, actually. Yeah, I've been looking for one forever, and went to a car show and this guy had it for sale, so just jumped all over it and went from there.
So you get it. What did you do to it from the time that you got it?
Oh, I repainted it, put the horns on a lot of the trim that came in 34 that he didn't have, just spruced it up, yeah.
A little bit of spruce it up. And see, look, it's so pretty. Somebody's walking right through our production. I love that when people do that. All right, so what do you want to say to the folks about going out to car shows? Lynn, why come out to a car show? It's so much fun to me.
Oh, it's great. You get to meet a lot of neat people. You get to look at cars and some of the unique ideas they have to fix their car or change it. It's amazing what they come up with. From rat rods that are, you know, well, why would you build that? And then you look at it, you drive, it's way cool. And the next guy's a young guy with a little tuner car. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing what they can do with a little tuner car, and all of a sudden they're doing, you know, 150 miles an hour. It's neat. It's neat.
And there you got it. From the headlights to the tailpipes, there's a lot of stories, but the community is a lot of fun too. These guys are just variety and changes. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to our channel.
Thank you.
Thanks, partner.
You bet.
Ooh-wee. That's pretty.
Very rare.
Isn't it? Yeah. From the headlights to the tailpipes, from Vegas to Mesquite, from New York to Vegas to Mesquite, I got another pretty lady behind me. Brother, what did you got? What have I got?
It's a 1957 Chevy half-ton panel truck.
Half ton. All right, so when you got to go out and get some oranges or you got to go out and get some produce, you got enough weight to carry it. That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
So what did you do? Because this looks like you found her and you restored her.
She was dying in a junkyard, and we brought her home. New motor, new frame, new front suspension, new paint, new interior. Everything is brand new but the rear end. We kept the rear end in her because it was in nice shape. Other than that, everything is brand new.
So what kind of people, what kind of comments you get when people see her?
They really like the paint. They think it's black, then they think it's green, then they think it's blue. I even had a few of them say, but you know what? I've done a lot of sleep in the back of one of those things.
A lot. There's no sleeping happening in the back of that van. Let me tell you something. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the interview. All right. It's a G show or PG show. All right. So, all right. So I got my 57. It's a 57.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah. You say funny. Yeah. Well, so it's awesome. It's just several different colors, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
It's a 2012 Nissan Stark Forest Green color. It's actually a factory color.
See, we're international. The love is international. We got Nissan, we got Chevy, we got it all. We got New York, we got Vegas. You know what? There's so many great stories out here, isn't there? I mean, just folks just sharing and whatnot. I mean, when you guys are coming out to the car shows, you take it out to the car shows much?
All over the place.
All over the place. So when you're out to the shows and whatnot, what kind of stuff are you getting from other guys that are also bringing it out? Like, what do you guys share? What kind of stories y'all sharing?
Well, the big thing about this one here is that it's different.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of panels. I mean, and my dad had one. I remember riding as a little kid, riding in the desert, climbing in the mountains. And, I mean, it just, it's, a vehicle like this is different than a regular car. And, I just, they like the paint, they like the color. And I tell them it's got a 502. A 502 is a pretty big, healthy motor. Oh, man, I love the big motor, it's neat, I mean, you share stuff and, what color did you do? How'd you do that suspension? And, it's neat, it's car people are good people.
Yeah.
They got nice stories, they help each other out, it's great,
This is just a great sense of community. I definitely think that.
It really is, it really is.
Cool. Thanks, partner. See, I like that. That's a great soundbite. This is why I want you to fire the camera back up, Jerry. All right? Is a lot of people don't realize that this is a family affair. All right? And so you all bought this car together. You gave it to Cindy.
For an anniversary present.
And then how long did it take them to rebuild this car?
11 years.
Was it a bit of a surprise when you walked into the garage on the weekend and said, hey, let's go for a weekend drive? And what had you done?
I took it all apart. All nut, bolt, and screw and wire. Can't go right now, honey.
So, again, how long did it take for you to rebuild this car?
11 years.
Jerry, 11 years to restore this car. But you know what? They drive it all over Nevada. They drive it up to Utah, drive it everywhere. Who says car hobby isn't a family affair?
It definitely is.
Wait a second.
Yes.
What'd you say to me before? You didn't want a what?
I did not want a trailer queen. We did not want a car in the garage just to polish. We're gonna use it, and we do.
Exactly. No trailer queen here.
Nope.
Now, log on and subscribe to Headlights and Tailpipes for more of these stories. All right, so now when you guys tune in onto our channel, you're flipping through sometimes, you're gonna see some cars that are like, wait a second, is that car for sale? Heck yeah, it's for sale. Jim, what do we got here?
An 03 Corvette anniversary issue, 350 automatic, less than 30,000 miles. I'm the second owner. I'm entertaining thoughts to make it move.
Fantastic. Yeah, you know what? Looking for offers, and we're gonna give you Jim's phone number. You guys ready for it? Jim, what's your phone number?
612-840-8267.
All right, no late night calls on this. You gotta be interested, but this little doozy, Jim's looking to make a deal. Hey, and thanks for tuning in. All right, so you know what? You guys are gonna see some videos on our channel. Here's a little bit of trivia spots. This is a tight shot. One is one of these videos where somebody's got a car for sale does not have mirrors on the outside. Why? He put them on the inside. Still got the same visibility, still look, but this is a very unique look. Now, of course, if you buy him, he did keep the mirrors. Of course he did, but this is pretty darn cool. All right, so you're walking around a car show and you're wondering, wow, that car must have somebody that really cares about it, loves the paint shop. I wonder what his name is. Well, this is the vanity plate capital of everywhere, the car show. Gary, where are you, Gary? Oh, man.
Now this
Let's let him.
This little chick is with me too. She drove this here by herself.
I love this. Look at this. This is a whole family affair. You're watching the headlights.
Davis. Yeah,
Kathy Davis. Kathy Davis, just that right. I mean, usually people walk through, right? But Kathy decided to drive through this set of headlights and tailpipes. Kathy,
Blew it up in Vegas and they've already
love
fixed
it.
Yeah, she blew it up in Vegas. They've already fixed it and she's out for the parade. She's a true cruiser.
A true cruiser right here. All right, so we've got great stories, right?
And we're
all
all
around.
chicks, yes.
All chicks.
All
All right,
chicks.
so most of the time our stories are with the guys, but I dig this. I got the girls here. So where's the stories? First off, you went out and what'd you do with your pickup? How'd you get this pickup?
Yes, we saw an ad in the paper and some friends and us drove to Bakersfield, California. And I fell in love with the truck, paid the guy, and my son and I got in it and drove it home. And it's been to Bishop, Seligman, Mesquite. We take it everywhere we go.
Now, she's only had it for a few months, but you've already done some stuff to it, right?
I put $10,000 into it.
10 more thousand.
Yeah.
10 more thousand.
New
But that's okay.
transmission, new exhaust system. Changed the
Tailpipes?
shifter
Yeah, the
up to
the
the
brakes.
column. Yeah, we've done all that, but it drives like a regular car now.
Hey, you know,
Yeah, exactly. And the whole idea is what? Is to be able to drive it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 66 years old.
it's 66. I wished I was 66, but I'm not.
I got nothing to say there. I got nothing to say there
we
because
don't
they
mind.
are fabulously well preserved and they are sharp as a whip because I forgot what was going on. And look how excited these guys are. They walk right through. All right, there we go. Now, so what do we got behind us?
We have a 46 Plymouth Special Deluxe Coupe. It's a business coupe.
It's a business coupe because it's a business write-off is what it is, actually. This is a business expense is what's happening. What is it?
It's 72 years old, a business coupe. You could fit 6, 7 people in our truck. You remember how you used to hide in the trunk when you go to drive-in? Or you're, hey, we could do that. We could do that.
I remember driving. Not that young. And, all right, I used to actually be the one hidden in the trunk. Is what we're talking about because I was that little. All right, so you're watching the stories from the headlights to the tailpipes, and you can see it's more than the family affair. It's a whole community, and the girls know just as much as the guys.
It's pretty rare when a husband will buy a car like that for his wife.
That's a
my
pickup
dream-
truck.
That's my dream car. I'm a pickup girl. Yeah.
How'd you guys end up all the way up here in Mesquite?
This is the best cruise ever.
We belong to a club called the Sunsetters in Silver Lakes, California, and 12 of us came up here together, cruised up here, and this is our 3rd year.
I bought this car for him, and I've taken it back.
She's an Indian giver.
How do you like that? We've had more than a couple stories like that. If you guys look through some of our videos, we actually had a gal whose brother thought he was dying. All right, so he gives her the car, find out he's misdiagnosed. He says, comes back and says, hey, I was misdiagnosed. She goes, well, do you want the car back? He goes, yes. 2 weeks later, he gives it to her and he says, you know what? It looks a lot better on you. And I'm thinking that these gals, these cars look a lot better on you.
Everybody's got to have an old car in a family like the Sunsetters. It's just unbelievable.
Hey, stories from the headlights to the tailpipes all around. You go out there and ask somebody that question. You're walking around these cars at these shows. Folks like this, they put a lot of effort and love into these cars, and they got great stories. You might make a new friend. I just did.
And we're all high school sweethearts. Yeah.
We're all high school sweethearts. From the headlights to the tailpipes, the stories all around you. And here's a little piece of trivia. What year did Chevrolet put an engine in a Datsun? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody?
Never.
Does nobody know the answer to this question? What did you do here?
Well, just put a Chevrolet engine in a Datsun.
There's a Chevrolet engine in a Datsun, Jerry.
Yeah, it's just good American. It's an Asian American car.
It's an Asian American car. I love this guy. All right, cool. So what do we got? What year is this Datsun?
It's a 72 Datsun 240Z. It's got a 350 Chevy engine with a small blower in it.
It looks like the engine compartment's a tad bigger than it's first started. Is it?
No, it's actually the same size.
So you just dropped it right in there?
Yeah. They actually you can put in a bigger engine. You can put a big block in it without actually cutting any sheet metal.
And what about the suspension?
It's got beefed up front suspension, Tokiko struts, bigger front sway bar, but otherwise it's stock.
So you pull in to gas it up. What do people say when they look at this Datsun?
Holy shit.
Hey, it's a family show. That was a holy bleep, 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 bleep. Chevrolet meets Datsun. Asia meets America. Fantastic. We're up here in Mesquite, Nevada. Headlights and tailpipe stories all around us. Thanks, brother.
All right. You want to look at the license plate in the back?
Oh, we gotta look at the license plate. Come on. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Headlights and Tailpipes. Every once in a while, the owner isn't around, but they've left us some notes. So let's pay attention a little bit to something that's super unique, right? Only one of 777 were produced of this Ford Ranger. I don't think that's stock, but it looks pretty darn cool. Now, you've got a bunch of cool info on here. It's 1960s production. It started in the 50s. The production date for this was number 42 out of 777. And the sticker price was only $2,643. All right. Now, it's got an 8-point injector air cleaner. It's got a 390 big block, 350 horsepower, Hurst 4-speed, aluminum radiator, coolant fan, 4-wheel Wilwood disc brakes, cross-drilled, slot rotors. Did you want to come in here and help me out? Because you can. No, you sure? All right. All right. And we got suspension. We got exhaust. Ooh, there's a custom stereo, Chevelle leather bucket seats. Oh, oil and pressure gauges. What kind of car? I thought I said it was a Ford Edsel Ranger, Jerry. Jerry, I said that at the very beginning of this, Jerry. And it's one of 777, just in case y'all weren't paying attention at the very beginning. And that's your story from your headlights to your tailpipes. I got myself a little clip notes. Let's go look at them. So you're walking around, you're a judge. All right, is that your assistant in the background?
Not now that I'm aware of. I'm going to fire her.
So you're walking around the clipboard, I'm thinking you're a judge. What are you looking for, partner?
First of all, something that is clean, practical, and an eye catcher. And then from there you start looking at details, craftsmanship, fit, finish, and general usage of the car.
So when you're walking around, you're doing this judging, do you talk to the actual owners of the cars too, or are you just with the car?
I like to talk to the owners because you can find out a lot more about the car from the owner, because truthfully, some don't understand their car because they've bought it. And so we really like to talk to people and get their ideas that have built the cars.
Fantastic. All right, here's a little 50 for you. Thanks for taking care of us.